Good morning, happy Monday. My name is Megan, and today I am just going to talk about where I am at. Brief update: microdiscectomy 10 months ago, L5S1. Reherniated, I think I narrowed it down to when I reherniated my disc. And I'm not happy to share, but I'm going to share. I'm going to be honest. I had a killer day on the mountain, you guys. February 18th. I was so happy. I was like, I'm back. I was riding full speed. I was taking turns smooth. I didn't fall, because when you're good, you don't fall. I was on like the way back at Keystone, like 3 lifts back, It was a great day. I was so happy. I had done over 10,000 feet in elevation, which is the highest I was able to do since my injury. And I was just feeling really awesome. And then the next day, my butt muscle was really tight and sore. And then the day after that, it was my boyfriend's birthday. And we always take each other's birthdays off to go do something. And we were going to go snowboarding for his birthday, February 20th. And I did 2 runs, and I was really nervous because my piriformis muscle was so tight. So I was really guarded, and I wasn't pushing myself, and I got really upset because I was scared. I was on the mountain, I was scared. And I ended up breaking my binding, which was probably a sign from above to say stop snowboarding, Megan. So anyway, microdiscectomy, June 20th, 2018. Reherniation, I believe it happened in February of this year, 2019. Didn't know I reherniated. I thought I pulled a muscle in my butt. And it hurt. And I didn't have nerve pain. But 6 weeks later, I decided this isn't going away and nerve pain has returned. I'm going to the surgeon. Surgeon orders an MRI. Meantime, while we're waiting for insurance to process the MRI referral, I go and start doing the Egoscue therapy. Egoscue method, you can look that up, E-G-O-S-C-U. It's a specialized sort of postural alignment therapy that helps, make sure your body is in balance, your skeletal structure is in balance. The theory behind that is that you keep re-injuring the same spots because there's an imbalance or a misalignment somewhere else in your body. And there's these adjustment movements you do daily, multiple times a day, that kind of swing your body back to where it should be, standing the right way and moving the right way so that you reduce your likelihood of impacting the same spot. It's a really cool theory, really cool therapy. But we got the MRI back. I'd done about maybe three appointments with the Egoscue, and it got my muscle pain gone, my tense muscle pain gone, and the one thing I noticed that my nerve pain was increasing. So we decided, let's just not do the things that are agitating your nerve, but let's do the things that are not agitating your nerve, obviously. And so I've been keeping on that up, but I have stopped going to Egoscue for now because I'm going to see the surgeon tomorrow. I don't know how many of you who watch my videos are just had your first injury and are trying to gain information, or if you guys are on the recovery track with me, maybe hopefully there's a mix of both. But just a brief of what I've learned about what happens when you herniate a disc. Because there seems to be this thing out there in the universe. I don't know, and I'm not going to point fingers at certain therapies, but some people believe that a herniation can go back in. And we need to talk about that because I'm absolutely sick and tired of people telling me it can go back in. Here's what happens, okay? You have 2 vertebrae, boom, boom, L5, S1. In between, in this little open space, is your disc. And okay, your disc is like a jelly donut. filled with some fun little goo, okay? When you have a compression or you bend or you twist and your back is taking all that impact, and your core muscles, your front ab muscles and your strength back muscles and your butt muscles aren't taking the impact, your poor little disc takes the impact. And the jelly donut, it breaks. Okay, it like tears open, squashes out, and the jelly on the inside comes sliding right out and pushes on the nerve, because the nerve is like right behind there. So you squeeze out the jelly and the nerve's like running down this way, and now the jelly's pinching your nerve, and it feels like your toes are on fire. It feels like your butt is numb. It feels like you have a dagger in your leg. I mean, people experience it all different ways, but it is crippling. It is crippling. If it's bad, it's crippling. Right now, it's actually not that bad. I have pain when I sit. But for the first time I had this injury, I couldn't stand up. I couldn't walk more than 20 feet. I had a handicap sign on my car because I had to park at the grocery store in the front row, right? I had to get out of the car and go hobble over to sit on an electric cart to go grocery shopping. It's miserable. Okay, now some people might just put a little impact on their disc, and the donut, it might bulge a little bit, okay? It might squeeze out, but it might not break. It might not have a tear, and stuff might not come out. A bulging disc, potentially, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, that might be able to like go back to normal. But if it tears open, if it breaks open and goo comes out, that's not going back in, you guys. So stop telling people to go find somebody to help them get it to go back in, because it's not going back in. Like, I don't care how magic you are. It's not going back in. You can do physical therapy. You can do, all kinds of different treatments. And your nerve can get used to, because what's happening is that bulge is pushing on your nerve, your little nerve, okay? It's pushing on it, and it's irritating it, and it's sending signals to your brain, telling your brain that your leg hurts or your foot hurts or you have weakness or whatever, okay? So we're pushing on this nerve. You can do physical therapy in some cases where your nerve just gets used to moving around past that, and it just kind of like adjusts. And over time, you don't feel the sensations anymore because your nerve is like, oh, this is just what we're doing now, okay? It's just a bump. It's just here. It's going to be here forever. But that's not every case. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's reactions are different. Everybody experiences pain differently. I mean, God, there's so many variables. But the big thing is it's not going back in. No. Okay? So I have reherniated my disc, which means for a second time, the little jelly donut broke and the goo came out and it's pushing on my nerve again. It is not, the pain is not as great as it was the first time. I'm quite thankful for that. I can stand up straight. I can walk just fine. When I sit, it hurts and it flares up and down, and it's odd. If I lift something, for one, I can't bend over, like properly, just pivot at the hips and bend forward and pick something up. I have to squat down because I can't bend that part of my back. If I pick up any weight greater than about 10 pounds, it hurts. So that's where I'm at. Now, another thing that I want to just share that I learned this from my doctors, okay? I am in no way a medical doctor. You need to talk to your doctor. You need to do your own research, but I'm just relaying what I have learned because it's really like helped me to understand. All that jelly inside that little donut, your body doesn't know that's there, okay? That is like a material that is protected by the shell of your disc, if you will, the dough of the donut. And when that jelly spills out, your body is like, foreign object alert, okay? And it starts attacking it like it's an infection, because it is that's what it thinks it is. It's like, what is this stuff in the body? We must attack it. So your immune system is having a reaction to it, which causes inflammation and swelling, and that leads to people going, oh, my back hurts, I'm having a muscle spasm. I don't know any other symptoms because that's how I've experienced it, but when you herniate your disc, your back hurts, your leg doesn't hurt, because your body is sending, it's responding to this stuff that has come out of the disc like it's a foreign object, like it's an infection, and it's like going overload because it's like in a sensitive area. It's like trying to help you, and it's causing pain in your back where you have herniated the disc or close to it. Now, I think that's why I had these muscle spasms. This is my suspicion. Then typically what happens is a little bit later, after that calms down, sometimes that doesn't calm down for people. Sometimes people have to go get cortisone injections for that. They're always telling you heat and rest and muscle relaxers, I don't know. But after that goes away, then you start having the nerve sensation. So we got that away with the Egoscue. Helped me because that muscle was like, I'm reacting, and the Egoscue totally helped. And the Egoscue does other things for your body as well. But now that's gone, and I'm having nerve pain. So then we do the MRI, we find out, boom, we've herniated, the same injury, same joint, L5S1, and tomorrow I see the surgeon. Now, he called me on the phone last week, and we talked. Actually, he called me like 30 minutes after I posted my last Monday video. I like to post on Monday mornings because it's when I have my tea. I don't see clients on Monday, so I don't have to be getting ready and looking pretty. So I have time to just kind of download this information and get it off my chest, my mind. But I talked with the surgeon, and I think he thought I was still having that initial inflammatory reaction, because he said, let's get you some cortisone. Now, I am a nervous person about shots, so I was like, ooh, why do we need to do cortisone? And he goes, well, you're in all that pain. And I said, you know what, Dr. Lee, I'm going to tell you that pain is gone. So, is the cortisone going to benefit me in any other way? And he said, I need to see you first. So if you want to skip the cortisone until I see you next week, that's fine. So we're not doing the cortisone because I do not believe it's going to be beneficial. Now, if you have had this injury, this is where I would love your feedback, because I'm really stuck. And if I get emotional here, just bear with me, because this has been a year and a half of my life has been consumed by this. I asked him, is there risk that more, can come out of the disc? Can more jelly come out of the donut, essentially? I didn't say it that way, but he knew what I was talking about. And he said, yeah, more can come out, and it can get worse. And that about just broke my heart because I thought, okay, well, whatever, I've reherniated it, and I'm well enough to snowboard. Like I went snowboarding 2 weeks ago. I had a great time. I got to go. It was it was kind of nice. It was for a business networking group I'm in, and it was just really great to be able to go and do what I love, what my sport is, with people that are that I'm networking with, so I can help grow my business. But anyway, that's an aside. So I was really upset because I took that as, do not get back on your snowboard, do not try to run, do not try to, hike and do anything. Let's talk. Let's see you in the office. So I'm at a halt again, which is hard. So anyway, my question back to that was, if you've had cortisone, and I'll ask the surgeon this tomorrow, is the cortisone going to help heal it in a way so that no more can come out of the disc? Because if the answer is yes, then hell yeah, let's do it. I don't really want to have an epidural, but I want to be on the mountain. I want to hike this summer. I want to have a life. I want to see my friends again. I want to go camping. I want to go to the lake. I want to live. I don't want to sit in this house all summer like I did last summer, recovering from surgery. That's miserable. So anyway, number one thing I got to find out tomorrow is, can cortisone be productive for me? I'm really not a big fan of cortisone. Everybody I've talked to who's had cortisone is like, yeah, it felt great for 3 months, and then I had to do it again, or then it stopped working, and I chose not to do it again, or whatever. So I'm not really feeling very confident about that. The other question I will have for him, if cortisone doesn't seem like something I would like to choose, I think the other question that I will be asking will be, how effective is physical therapy going to be for me? Now, some of you guys, thank you guys for commenting. I really do appreciate it on my videos. Some of you guys have talked to me about, you know, you really got to strengthen your core, and you really, yeah, I know that. I'm not trying to be a bitch when I say that, but like, yeah, obviously, like, there is something wrong with the alignment in my body. We've determined that. It's actually quite funny. When I walk, my right knee like points at the other side of the room. I've got this weird, and that's twisted on other parts of my body, which are probably causing impact on the left side of my lower lumbar spine. I fully believe that the Egoscue will help me with that. I don't think right now is exactly the right time for me to be doing Egoscue. I also don't think right now is the right time for me to be doing physical therapy, and here's why. I have a herniated disc, you guys. Physical therapy, if prescribed, is going to be a very different type of physical therapy than what I'm getting comments about. Yeah, I need to get a six-pack. I need to get a booty that is like to envy, and I need to get a strong back for sure, 100%. Your butt holds you up, okay? Your back holds you straight, and your core helps you take impact. But I am not at the stage where I can do exercises that will enhance those areas of my body, okay? I have nerve pain. I have something pushing on my nerve. So the physical therapy that they would likely prescribe would be physical therapy that would get my nerve used to rubbing against that little bump, okay? And nerve glides and pole bends and figure fours. I've done physical therapy before. I did it before I did surgery last time, and it didn't work. I ended up having to have surgery, and here's what happened. I have Medicaid because I'm a business owner, and the United States of America has the stupidest health insurance system ever. There aren't a lot of options for me for insurance, and Medicaid is what I'm offered, basically. It's either that or I pay like $700 a month that I don't have for private health insurance. So anyway, with my insurance, I get 12 visits annually. Last year, I used 7 visits in hopes to avoid surgery, which I get. Like, the insurance doesn't want to pay for surgery if physical therapy is going to fix it. Totally logical, totally reasonable and rational. But what pisses me off is that I got out of spine surgery and I had 5 visits left. 5. And I get real furious about this because I am not the only person in this situation that is going through insurance bullshit. I came out of spine surgery with 5 approved physical therapy visits. 5. Tell me now how I am supposed to recover from spine surgery with 5 consults. I mean, that's bullshit. So I'm a little bit passionate about that, but here's the thing. If I'm going to go to physical therapy and end up in spine surgery again, I don't want to go to physical therapy. Sorry. Seems kind of stupid. Because I'm going to come out with very few visits and I'm going to repeat the whole same thing again. I needed those 12 visits. We applied for more visits and they denied me. I did my 5 visits and I spaced them out because I was trying to conserve. And I said, all right, give me as much homework as you can. I would go every week. And then I'd go home and I'd do the exercises that I did at home, but I don't have the equipment that they have at the PT place in my house. I bought an exercise ball. I bought 3-pound weights. What else do I have over there? They gave me a resistance band, which was very nice of them to do that. That's what I have to do physical therapy with. And I have a yoga mat because like everyone has a yoga mat. So I'm in this like place where I've discussed it with my boyfriend. If spine surgery is an option, we are as a household going to be able to cope with that. He's, okay with that. I would plan it for probably June again. Imagine that, me having spine surgery a year later if it's an option. Because he's got some stuff he needs to take care of and I want to let him do that. But otherwise, I don't really know what to do because as I sit here telling you this long-ass 21-minute story, I feel like I have a nail sticking in the bottom of my heel and a knife in my ass. And it's bearable, obviously, like I'm sitting here talking to you, but it's really annoying. It's really distracting. It's preventing me from living a healthy life. I used to run at least 2 times a week. I tried to shoot for 3, but sometimes I was lazy. We used to hike every weekend. I live in Colorado, you guys. Maybe if you don't live in Colorado, you don't understand this. But like everybody in Colorado goes to the mountains and hikes mountains on the weekends. Like that's what we do here. We hike mountains, we snowboard or ski, we camp, we fish, we go outside, we move our bodies. Like if you come to Colorado, there are not very many overweight people here because we're all working our asses off on the weekend because it's fun and we love it. So I've been a lump on a log since Christmas of 2017. And today it is April 29th, 2019. It's emotionally taxing. It's taken away a bunch of my social life. It has affected my business. As a business owner who is self-employed, it's terrifying. Like it's already hard enough to be like a business owner and like working your ass off to get new clients and make sure your business stays alive and you can pay yourself. But to think, God, Lord, I'm gonna have to take another month off of work. That's terrifying. And that's my own deal. But anyway, I just wanted to get all of this off my chest. I will do a short little video tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. After I see Dr. Lee, I've got my questions. I want to ask about cortisone. I want to ask about physical therapy. And I want to ask if surgery is an option. My thinking with surgery is if it's likely I'm going to end up there anyway, whether it's a year from now, 5 years from now, 2 months from now, 6 months, 7 years, I don't know, whatever. If it's likely that I'm going to end up there anyway, why not just cut to the chase and get it out of there and start again? That's my question. That's how I feel. I don't want to have to like live a half of my life. I'm not living my full life, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to have to live a life I don't enjoy. And then in 3 years, I go and I open the dishwasher or something and more matter comes out of my disc and I'm in surgery. I mean, that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm going to be pissed. Can I hike today? Yeah, I could probably hike. But if I had to like scramble up a rock feature to get out of danger, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. You know, anything can happen on a mountain. It's not just a walk in the park. I'm not talking about like, let's go on a paved trail through the forest. Like, hiking can be dangerous. You can slip, it's slippery, you can slide out. Trails are rocky and gritty and you can slide out easily. And if I don't have the ability to like catch myself with my core, I could really hurt myself. I could put other people in danger. I could put the people I'm with in danger trying to help me. It's not a joke. It's serious. And yeah, it sounds like a fun little stroll to a waterfall, but people die on the mountain every summer. They go out to have a good time, hike a 14er, or find a waterfall, and shit happens real fast, and people die. They fall off mountains, and that's not going to be me. So I'll sit at home, I guess, and wait. But I don't want to sit at home and wait for the rest of my life.